Okay, so today we're doing 3.3. We are going to rotate around a point. And that point today for us is the origin. We are only going to rotate around the origin. Rotations obviously happen elsewhere, okay? But we're only going to do the origin. Clear?
Yes.
Now, I want everyone to listen to me. Look at me, read my lips. Those of you on the video, listen carefully. Every problem you have today, so your assignment is 7, 8, 19 through 22. That is 6 problems. Okay? On those 6 problems, every single one of them, you will rotate 90, 180, 270, and 360.
So we have to go through all of those.
All 4 on 6 on every problem for those 6 problems. On 27, guys, it is like one of those ACT prep multiple choice ones. You do not. Okay? Once you know the rule, this will be very quick. It's like when we did reflections. It's those kind of rules. Okay? But every single problem you need to do what?
Go through 90, 180,
Rotate
270, 360.
90.
Okay.
180.
Because I had people in 4th hour go, I'm done. And they're like, how are you done? It doesn't take a long time, but you can't finish in a minute today. Okay?
Well, theoretically.
So, a rotation lowercase r, x degrees about point P is a transformation that rotates each point in the pre-image about the point P called the center of rotation by an angle measure of x degree called the angle of rotation. Now, when we had a capital R, what'd that stand for? Reflect. And then we had these brackets, right? That's what we did. And then we had of what? And then when we had a capital T, it was what? Translation. By this much of this much. Yes? And now we have a lowercase r that stands for what? Rotation. So many degrees about point P. So our degrees are 90, 180, 270, 360. Those are the only ones we're going to do. Got me? And our point P is always the what? I told you guys. Origin. Our point P for this lesson is origin. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. So a rotation is a blank. So blank and blank are blank.
Rotation is
What kind of thing have we been doing on 3.1 and 3.2? It is a rigid
angle.
rigid motion. I had more blanks this time, didn't I? So what and what? Length or lengths, right? And angle measures? Are what?
Or equal.
Preserved?
Kept.
Preserved or kept, right? So note that rotation is counterclockwise from for a positive angle. Sorry, not from. Angle measure or angle of rotation. Now I want to show you this so you can see it. Oops, I was slanted. But anyway. Okay, quadrants are Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, going counterclockwise. When an angle rises, see how it rises? It's a positive rotation. If it falls,
It's a negative.
see how it's falling? It is a negative rotation. So this is a positive angle, and this is a negative angle. Now it's kind of opposite of what we're used to in our brains, but if you think about it, an angle is actually just laying here until it moves. Angles show movement. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, so we have rules just like when we did our reflection. Oops, go back. Just like when we did our reflection, we had R of x-axis of xy, and that equaled what? X negative y? Correct? That was the rule. So that's what we're going to do here. Okay? So we have a rotation of 90 degrees about the what? What's that O stand for?
0.
Or origin. Okay, origin 0, 0, correct? Okay, of xy. So let's look at our rule. So the black one is our pre-image. The red one is our image. So what is the point of the black one? What's that point? 1, 2? And what is the point of the image? Negative 2, 1. So I want somebody to describe what happened, but I want math words, not just flips and whips and whatever you guys say. I want math words. Okay, let's hear it, Kale.
The black one went to the right, so it would be positive. It went up.
So it went here, but what happened to the X and the Y? Because like our reflection rules look like this. So this is kind of what I'm looking for, something. What happened?
You got flipped.
Josh, what are those words? He did this. Look at the point, guys.
You got flipped.
1, 2, what? You can't just say flip. You turned around. Turn around, bright eyes. Nope.
Couldn't tell you.
What happened to the X and the Y? Did they interchange place? Yeah, the X and Y interchange. Is that a math word? Does that tell you what happened?
No.
Yes. And what happened to the Y? The Y was positive 2, and now it's negative 2. Yes?
I guess.
Did it take the negative of the Y and then interchange places? Is that what happened? Yeah. Okay, so let's look at 180. So we have at 1, 2, right? And it ends up where? Negative 1, negative 2.
And then we have
So it went this way, 180 degrees. So it was XY, and now it's what?
negative X.
Negative X, negative Y. Now you seeing how this is working?
Yeah.
Okay, so try the 271 on your own. So this one goes all the way around here, doesn't it?
Wait, how did you get negative 1?
You just
Because it is. It went over 2 and down 1. Noah, what do you got?
Y and negative X.
Do you guys agree with his Y negative X? Yeah. Now, when you get a chance, if you have a highlighter, should you go and highlight those 3 rules? Yep. Okay, so remember I told you on your assignment, every problem from 7 through 22 that you're assigned, what are you going to do on every problem?
7 through 22.
90, 180, 270, 360. Why didn't I write 360 on here?
That'd be too much.
So it'd be R of 360 about the origin
Let's see.
of XY would be just what?
360.
X and Y.
X and Y. Wouldn't that be the rule? Yep. Because you'd be right back on top of yourself. Now somebody goes, well, it doesn't move. No, it moved. How far did it move? It moved 360 degrees,
Just back to
but it just went back to itself.
Back to origin.
Okay, everyone got those?
Yeah.
Okay, so it says draw rotations. We're not going to draw it. We're just going to state them. Okay? So on your paper, I would advise you, so you remember, is to write this right here. Oops, I touched it before I touched that. Okay, I'd write this, and I'd say equal. So what does 90 degrees equal? What is the rule?
X, Y.
Isn't it? No.
Negative by x.
Negative yx. Right? Okay, what's the rule for 180?
X, Y. Negative X, negative Y.
Negative x, negative y. What is the rule for 270?
Y, negative X.
Y, negative x. And what is the rule for 360? X and y. I personally do 360 first.
Is it easier?
It's the easiest one, and then can I use it to do all the rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so what should I do first?
360.
No, like even before that.
Find where the points.
Yeah, why don't I find the points, right? So what is a
3. What, yeah. 3, 5.
you guys agree with Noah? 3, 5? Okay, B.
1, 7.
B, 1, yeah, 7.
It'd be easier to look on your paper.
Negative 2 and 4.
Negative 2, 4? Isn't it easier to see on your paper, Kale?
1.
Okay.
Negative 1 and 1. Negative.
Negative 2,
How about
Oh,
2,
two.
negative 1?
negative 1.
Guys, have to keep your X and Y straight, don't you? Unless you will get it wrong every time. Okay, so 360, what's A prime?
The same.
What is it?
3, 5.
3, 5. B prime.
B, 2, negative 1.
B
B,
is 1, 7.
1, 7.
C prime,
Negative 2 and 4.
negative 2, 4. And now, Kale, D prime,
2, negative 1.
2, negative 1. Okay, so A prime on 90, so it says make the Y negative and switch places, yes? I would make the Y negative first in your brain, then switch. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
So negative 5
So it's going to be a negative 5,
and 3.
negative 5, 3.
Negative,
And B prime,
negative 7 and 1.
negative 7, 1. And now I'm going to call on you guys because I have enough through the next ones for everybody to do one. So Regan, you get C prime. Say that again. Make your Y negative and then switch them.
Negative 4, negative 2.
Negative 4, negative 2. Good job. Josh, you got D for us? So if you take a negative of a negative, it makes it a positive, and then switch them. Just switch them for me. Make the Y an X and X a Y. Just 1, 2. Okay. So if I take a negative of a negative, I get a positive, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So on the next one, I'm not going to switch anything. I'm just going to make the signs the opposite signs. So, Kale, you got A prime for me?
-3, -5.
-3, -5. Noah, B?
-1 and -7.
-1. Are we going too fast?
No.
Anybody?
Yes.
Okay.
So it'd be
Tell me when you're good, Sarah.
-2,
Like, you're supposed to be doing it. Like, you do it, and they're going to say it out loud, and you check it. Don't look up there. Okay, am I ready to go for C prime?
Yep.
Okay. So, Phoenix, C prime.
2, -4.
2, -4. Yes, good job. My brain stalled out for a second.
DK.
Dakota,
-2 and 1.
-2 and 1.
Good boy.
Now, don't forget your primes, right? Got to have your primes on there. So, Sarah, Dylan, who wants A prime?
5, -3.
5, -3. So on these, you're going to take the negative of the x, then switch them, right? Okay, Sarah, you got B on for me. So take your negative x and then switch them.
7, -1.
Good job. And then C prime. Amber, I skipped you.
4, 2.
4, 2. Good job. And Tony, you get the last one, D prime.
1, 2.
Nope. Take your negative x and then switch the 2.
Isn't -1 already? Oh, -2.
-2, so it's going to be -1, -2. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Questions? Questions? Going once, going twice? Okay, so the next one, you guys get to do it all on your own, but I didn't give you a picture. I just gave you the what? Points, and you don't have a quadrilateral anymore. You have a... No, what do you have? What shape do you have?
Workspace, triangle.
Triangle. How do you know it's a triangle?
Because there's only 3 angles.
And does it tell you it's a triangle?
Yeah.
Yes. So do them real quick. All on your own. I would write your rules first, yes? Write your rules next to it. How'd it go, Noah?
Good.
Good? Go ahead and get started. Once you check them, go ahead and get started with your assignment. Don't forget, you need to put your section number and the assignment on that upper right hand corner, right? And your name would be nice.
This should be easy homework.
We're gonna work on it together.
Sure.
Questions on those?
We should get it done.
I don't have math homework over the day.